It's interesting, you know, these two products in particular are unlike a lot of products in that these products are really crossover products. Like 85% of the people that own a Palm PDA use it both for personal use as well as for business use. And there's very few other products that are like that. Same thing with the Trio 600. People use it for business and for personal use. Phones tend to be, you know, much higher on the personal side. So we try and have solutions for both. Most of the difference in solution is software capability. So if you want to use a device like this, I mean, we enable the kinds of things business wants. So businesses on this device, they want encryption for data that's stored on the device. So I can't tell you how many, you know, CIOs I've had say to me, you know, your $400 device has my $2 billion worth of data on it. And their question is, you know, what are we doing to protect their data when it goes on the device? So we built in software that we have 3 different types of 128-bit data encryption resident on the device. Now, if you're using it for personal use, you know, you don't encrypt the data. If it's business use, you're going to probably encrypt the data. So we try and cover the needs of both segments because that's how our customers use it. They use it in both parts of their life. They aren't indiscriminate. Although, you know, that's really, for most products, that's very atypical. Most products tend to either be consumer or business products. What we did do was we segmented our product line. The original, you know, product line, everything was a Palm, and they just had sort of numbers. And we did research, and what we found out was for a certain group of consumers, they imprinted sort of on Palm in the early going, and they said, well, Palms are for, you know, business people wearing suits, and they cost $400. They're not for me as a consumer. And the same thing for like IT people. They said, oh, that's an executive toy. It's not a serious IT product. And so Palm and a number like had shortcomings in terms of addressing both markets. So we created 2 sub-brands. The Zire sub-brand, which we purposely, you know, the products are packaged differently, more colorful, priced to be less expensive, have a little bit different feature set for consumers. So we could change the perception of plain old Palm to say, well, the Palm Zire is something for you. It's less expensive. It's more consumer-oriented. It's sold at, you know, Target and Radio Shack and, you know, places like that. Whereas a tungsten product is, you know, more for the IT person. It's got 128-bit data encryption. It's more powerful. It's more industrial strength. And that has been very successful for us. Our first Zire product, we sold 1 million units of that in the first 6 months. And the demographics are very different. More than 50% of the people who bought it were women, whereas before it was about 80% men. And it was more students and lower income level. It wasn't just executive types. So from a marketing side, we did do a stratification by business and consumer that was pretty successful.